Hi, Christopher Hughes for BoatTEST.com. Today we're inside the Hatteras Yacht's facility. Specifically, we're going to be taking a look at the lamination process of their larger yachts. One of the distinguishing features about a Hatteras yacht is areas that you can't see as the owner, and that is the hull. So we're going to take a closer look at some of the things they're doing.
Hatteras utilizes the resin-infused process not only for the manufacturing of its hulls, but also for its stringers and bulkheads as well. This process has two distinct advantages. First, it's a more rigid structure that holds its shape in arduous conditions, and second, it enables a glass-to-resin ratio of 60:40, which saves weight and maximizes strength.
The interior of the hull, the main structure, is made from this H80 Divinity Foam core.
The coring is scored to better allow it to conform to the shape of the mold.
And as you can see, it's flexible, and what it allows to do is when they go through the resin infusing process, it gets the resin down in there, and this is what makes that hull one unitized piece. Now it comes cut out in specific shapes for a particular model, and each one has a number, that way the craftsmen know where to place it within the hull.
After applying the gel coat, a skin coat, and the outer laminate, the Divinity Foam is placed in the hull above the waterline. The complete hull is vacuum bagged, and the resin infusing begins. In this cutaway cross-section of the hull, you can see the outer and inner layers of glass, the foam core, and then all voids are filled with resin. The resin not only fills voids between the coring, but the coring itself becomes completely encapsulated by the resin.
After the hull has been resin infused, Hatteras actually sandblasts the entire interior, and you get this sort of rough finish. What that enables them to do is when they put the resin infused bulkhead in here and glass it in, it gives them a more perfect bond.
Here you can see the bag being placed over the stringers which have been manufactured outside of the hull at the bottom of the boat. They will be resin infused in a vacuum to the hull. The same process is done with all bulkheads, which are created with the same resin infusing method outside of the hull.
Now I'm inside a GT63 hull, and here you can see one of the resin infused bulkheads we talked about, but it has been glassed in, and this is essentially one unitized hull piece now. And I can tell you, and I probably can't demonstrate it on video, that this is just like a giant chunk of granite. It's so solid.
As you can see, 4 huge longitudinal stringers stretch from bow to stern, and transverse stiffeners and bulkheads from an egg crate type structure in the bottom, which gives the hull its immense strength. An interesting design feature about the GT series is that the fuel tank is completely integrated into the hull between the stringers. By using the fiberglass hull bottom, stringers, bulkheads, and flooring for the sides of the fuel tank, Hatteras saves weight and builds even more strength into the keel. It also lowers the boat's center of gravity, making it more comfortable in a seaway. Hatteras bulkheads are thick for sound deadening and strength, but they are also light. RFP pipe is glassed into bulkheads and stringers to prevent chafing of wire looms and plumbing. These are just a few of the construction details that Hatteras Yachts uses to build what are among the strongest yacht hulls in the world. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Christopher Hughes.